Hey guys, uh, I just want to say thank you for showing up and thank you for being so receptive, guys. We just reached 1,111 subscribers, and that is phenomenal. Thank you for being with me and being on this trip, and uh, it, it's more than I could ever really have dreamed of, honestly, being able to help so many people and uh, in this fashion to really reach out from my home and reach the world and in every demographic possible. That is just phenomenal. So this brings me to, well, it doesn't segue. I'm just gonna. Uh, what this video is about is how the opposition has failed and they're grasping at straws right now, guys. Their fallback plan was to hire on a changeling to pretend to be you, resembling you, but something about their physicality will be different. They really thought they had you figured out. They really thought they know you and they could match you and all that. And on the other side of the coin, they won't be able to match your vibration. They just won't. It's kind of like they can go in for like 2 minutes at a time and maybe try to fool some people, but anybody spends longer than 5 minutes with them, they're burnt, they're toast, and they know about this. They know. So just if anybody's looking at you weird, anybody's kind of giving you the like, were you just here or like, oh, that's contrary to what I've been told. Just know it's because of that. It's a big reason why people are acting strange. It's really all these guys, it's kind of like this, all these people's magic, spell work, slander, all this stuff hasn't worked. And their fail-safe was to hire on someone to pretend to be you in the physical, pretend to be. And I'm telling you guys, it won't work. It's foolhardy. It's going to be impossible for them. Really, it is. And the thing is, God sees all this. God sees it, and all they're doing is upsetting Him more and more. And I don't even think they wanted me to say this. The world runs on oh, that's impossible. Oh, it's a conspiracy theory. But the ones who connect with this channel, it's not possible. If you can think of it, it's possible. So just know, guys, that they've really lost every other option. They've had to go to the fakeroony, the false, because you're the original. You always will be. You are the prototype, and they cannot duplicate, manipulate. They can't. They're just out of time and out of ideas. You get what I'm saying? And all this stuff, guys, it didn't have to happen. You get what I'm saying? All the stuff that they did, it didn't have to happen. You guys didn't send back. You didn't do witchcraft. You didn't do voodoo, Santeria. You didn't do any blood magic, graveyard magic. You didn't do any of that stuff, right? All you did was love. Real love from the heart. Real truth from the mouth. And you've seen what other people would cause them to be catatonic. You've seen a lot of evil. You've seen a lot of evil in this world, right? And I don't want to say it's not fair. It's that these people who have been doing it for so long, it's to them they'll think, oh, it's unfair. He has to be doing this. She has to be doing that. She did it. No, you haven't had to, and that's why God loves you. That's why the universe shines its light upon you. That's why you don't run around in fear. You run around in disappointment at what other people do. And this is a disappointment, that they've had to go as low as trying to get a copycat in the physical. You get what I'm saying? And I really sat back and thought about this, the energy, that was given to me, and I really thought about it, and God kept telling me, you got to put it out there, you got to put it out there. This is what's happening in someone's life, and that's just sad, because ultimately what they try doing when they put a changeling into the mix, they'll have to try to replace you with them, but they can't. See, they can't do that. That's what they were trying to do all along, is they were trying to swap you out. Now that game plan is done, they don't, so their fail-safe is to send them in anyways, to see whatever breadcrumbs they can get. And somehow, in some way, they think they're celebrating over this, right? Like they're celebrating. And it's going to be a big knockoff of you, the original. And then everybody will see. And then they're going to look even dumber for doing that. You get what I'm saying? There's no shame to them. They ran out of options. And, the world never had to be like this. The spiritual realm never had to be like this. Did not have to. They just went above and beyond, trying to make a mark for themselves, trying to build some weird old legacy, some kind of clout. It really is. It's a hollow shell of a person. A lot of these people they're hollow, and they have no love. They don't know why they couldn't figure you out, because all of this has been done 1,000 times, and it's happened 1,000 times. They don't realize that you're special. You're one of a kind. There's no one else in this universe like you. You get what I'm saying? No one. And they couldn't figure it out. Like, they had people pinned as drug addicts. They could send in a bunch of drug dealers, and they could send in, and then that give them like an excuse to the universe to do all these things. These are a lot of evil people, and they justify by thinking they're making something good in this world. They're just really cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. And and somewhere along the way they became so broken that they thought they were unworthy of being fixable, that they weren't worthy of love, so nobody else was worthy of love, right? If they couldn't be one way, then nobody else was allowed to be a certain way, right? Tyranny, tyranny, all that stuff. They really stacked the deck in a lot of ways. And their fail-safe was to send in, that was the ultimate stack, literally. They had 52 cards. They kept 50 of them and gave you 2, or they were allowing you to have 2 of them. But see, that's where they went wrong. They could have had all 52 and you would have still prevailed. This is God's world. The ethereal realms is God's realms. You get what I'm saying? And they got like really enticed by this lower dimension, this stagnant, just low vibration, and that's what they fed off of. They thought they weren't worthy of something better, so nobody else was worthy of something better, right? Like everybody around them had to be that way and that way only, and if they weren't, they'd put them down for the way they looked, or it was all out of an insecurity. These people carry the biggest insecurities of the entire world. They carry it like a backpack. And you, my friend, don't. You have love. They say, you carry your heart on your sleeve. Yeah, you know what? You probably do. You're not afraid of being hurt. You're not afraid of loving. You're not afraid of allowing the universe to give you great things because your vibration is that high. You know what I'm saying? And this ringer they thought they'd bring in, they can't match your vibration. They couldn't even tie your shoelaces. That's how low vibrational they are. You know what I'm saying? It will be a disaster for all of these people. And they think they can go off and party and celebrate. Hey, yeah, we really got them. Oh, no. Even when the Titanic was going down, right, they were partying, right? But somebody needs to hear this, that if you somehow step out your house and people look at you weird. You know, you go in the grocery store, people looking at you weird. They're talking. Your friends are being weird to you and stuff. I just know that, unfortunately, there might be a changeling, there might be a copycat out there pretending to be you. But those who truly know you, the ones who are truly your friends, those who truly care about you, will know. They will know the difference. And if they don't, that's on them, guys. Just keep being you. It's important. Don't allow your vibration to lower. Don't become low density. That's what they're trying to do that. They're throwing all this into the ethers, hoping it sticks to you, right? So that this doppelganger / changeling can somehow look like you in that moment, right? So if you're looking like you're angry, this is you in real life, right? If you look like you're angry, you're cussing people out, you're just like out of character, right? Like they call it like you're having a moment. They're going to send that one low vibrational changing in there, and then they'll try fooling, right? And then try to keep you low so they can do some more work. So watch out for that, okay? You don't lower your vibration. Be who you are. Stand in your power. Stand up for yourself. Don't allow them to become physical with you, right? A lot of them will want you to become like physically attack someone or something like that, right? So they can get you off the map and that person can slide in. They've tried all the avenues, all of them, and all of them failed, but they still hired on this changeling to come in here and do some stuff. It's gonna fail miserably. It's gonna fail. I can't say it enough. I've seen it with my eyes, okay? And if I see it, God sees it, the creator of all things, including that changeling. You get what I'm saying? They fool themselves thinking that. When I say God, the creator of all things seen and unseen, yeah, he's the creator of everything. All right? He runs the entire block. And that's who I'm talking about. That's who I'm connected with. So yeah, I see it, God sees it. So rest assured, God's on the case. All right? And don't let them, like I said, they might try to bully and they'll use like the schoolyard tactics. Oh, you look this way. Oh, well, like really trying to get you to, you know what? Just walk away, guys. Just walk away. That's what they don't want. They don't want you to do that. They want you to stay there and fisticuffs and act 4 or 5 years old. Get all violent, right? Like that's going to solve something. It won't. Don't fall for their tricks. They have literally lost all of their leeway, all of their manipulation, all of their mental tactics. It's all failed. But they still had this one coming in. They were obligated. They had already spent the money basically on this changeling, right? This fake, fraudulent, phony to come in when you were at your lowest and your weakest. Like they had this plan for a very long time. They've been working on this for a very long time. Just stand there and just, I want to say laugh, but just walk away. Walk away. It's not going to work. They're going to get caught. They're going to get caught, and it's going to be worse on them. They're going to get caught. I'm not joking. They're going to get caught. So just be you, and don't get all weird if people are looking at you. You feel like somebody's talking about you or anything. Probably because this changeling is trying to work it, right? They've been at this for a while. It's like a octopus with little tendrils in there, right? No, just walk away. You know what? If you have to, guys, go hermit. Go hermit for a minute. Don't even speak out. Don't get off balance. It's so important. Don't get off balance. Go through my 1 through 10. I came out with that series. Do that. Go back on that and kind of like gain your balance. Stay in that because the battle's done. They've lost. You get what I'm saying? All that like long drawn out cycle, they've lost that. Okay, and this is their fallback, hoping it sticks like a wet noodle, right? So don't get off your game. And it's not even really a game to you because this is who you are. Just keep being who you are. keep your emotions close to your chest, right? Don't fall for the tricks, the traps, and the manipulation. Don't do it. Okay? Because God's seen it. God's seen it. All right? God's seen it. He's on it. He's on it. He's just wondering whether or not they're going to try following through with it. You get what I'm saying? He wants to know if they're going to follow through with it. Because again, this is their test. Do they want to go through with it, or do they want to stop and back off? It's on them. I probably shouldn't be talking about this right now, but I'm just putting it out there so you guys, the masses, all those who follow me, those who trust in my word, this is for your betterment, okay? It's just they're going to get caught. God wants to know whether or not they're going to back off, okay? It's kind of like this, okay? If a person gets hurt, right, and before they can sign off on like an insurance claim or something like that, for you to get your money for the car accident or something like that, you have to be healed up so you can go to court and sign the paperwork and all that. This is the point where you're at right now. This is where you're at. So don't get off, don't go back and feeling injured and all this. Don't. I felt the energies. They're trying to throw it out there again, guys, okay? Really, this is their last. It's not going to work. Just stay balanced. Know you're not. Like, if they try to put any negative stuff in your head, just know you're not that person. Just know you're not. Don't self-deprecate and all that. Don't do any of that. Just know you're a good person. Stay high vibe. Stay who you are. These fools, these fraudulents, these phonies, they're caught. God has seen them. He wants to know whether or not they're going to go through with it. You get what I'm saying? It's kind of like, and I'll put it in this picture, it's kind of like a heist, right? Okay, it's kind of like, you ever seen that movie, was it, oh gosh, it was with Val Kilmer, Robert De Niro, and Al Pacino, right? Heat, the movie Heat, right? Where Val Kilmer has to hustle up all this money, right? And, you know, they're doing this like it's a storage unit job, right? It's supposed to be full of diamonds and all that. So Val Kilmer goes there and they're starting to undo the lock, right? And then Robert or Al Pacino and all of them are off in the distance with like this infrared camera, right? Just waiting for them to open the lock and they're gonna swarm in, right? This is where we're at right now. This is the point where we're at. They're Val Kilmer. Are they gonna open it up or not? This is where it's this is the point where they feel bad for what they did, and they can go on, move on, and just take whatever's given to them, right? Whatever's coming to them, right? This is the point where they're at. Or they can go all in and open that up, and they're not going to get anything. They're just going to get caught. This is where we're at right now. God has seen them. He's seen the whole shebang, the whole crew. So, yeah, guys, thank you for showing up. I know this was a little more of an intense one, but you guys need to know this, because this is what you've been working so hard for. This is where it's you're putting into action what you've learned. You know, to stay patient, stay zen, stay grounded. Don't let them. No, that's just noise. That's all noise. A bunch of unhappy people trying to make you feel unhappy. That's why you're feeling all this, right? Because they're so unhappy with their lives. That's how come they're able to focus this negative energy so consistently. Is because all of them are so unhappy with their lives. They're so mad that all the treacheries didn't work, right? And they have to realize it's all their fault. You just lived it. You didn't retaliate. You didn't do any of that. No, you just lived your life. And they're mad that they couldn't take you down and make you feel some kind of way and conform you and all these subjugate you, take you away, all that stuff, switch you out. They're mad they couldn't do that. It's their fault. It's all been their fault, and they don't even see it. They're that blinded. And the ones who do see it they're so far in the game that they're trying to penetrate you with this nasty energy. Like, they don't love themselves. They don't like themselves. Hence, they'll send you energy and make you feel like you don't like yourself, you don't love yourself. See how that goes? And guys, the thing is, they don't realize, all this stuff has been their doing. It's all been them. And they're mad at you. It's all been them. You know, you weren't the fool, you weren't the patsy, you weren't all that everybody else did. Because they just didn't care about themselves. They weren't willing to. I'm not gonna dive into other people where they faltered. Because what they did, I could see how a lot of people would falter. I could see how a lot of it would have worked on other people. You know what I mean? I can see that because we're talking a lot of people. We're talking a lot of people with spiritual gifts, ones that are not of where we're at, right? Stuff like that. I mean, there were a lot of individuals, a lot of entities at play in this one. There was a lot. And it shouldn't have happened to begin with. These were just a bunch of very, very unhealthy people. They are very unhealthy. They're used to controlling people. They're used to subjugating people. They're used to harnessing energy from them. They're used to people just rolling over and no, you're not doing that. But see, you don't have to be offensive and be all, just be you. God loves you. The universe is smiling upon you. Okay? Your job has already been done. Now it's just remain in your character. Remain who you are. Don't falter. Don't flip-flop. If you use drugs, alcohol, don't relapse. If you have an addiction, like a physical addiction, and you like to copulate a lot, don't do it. Don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Don't fall in the snares. Don't fall in the traps. Don't do it. Because all of their plan depends on you self-sabotaging. You listening to these evil people's energy being thrown at you. Just stop and just know it's fake. Just know it's fake. That all of this energy, you are not in harm's way. Sit there, talk to God, talk to the universe. Say, hey, I need help right now. I'm feeling this way. And this is not true. Just like stop, pause, assess the situation. Assess it. If you have to go hermit for a moment, stay hermit. Stay home, watch a movie, drink some coffee, just chill. You know what I mean? Do some art. Do something you've been wanting to do for a very long time in your home. Do that, because all this stuff it's almost done. Like I said, they're Val Kilmer, okay? This changeling, this shifter, this copycat, they can't be you. They couldn't even step in your shoes. They pretend to be you, but it won't stick. Now, if you go down in low energies and all that, it might fool some people, so don't do that. Don't do that, and don't fake being happy. Just be who you naturally are. You hear what I'm saying? Stay consistent. Okay? I'm telling you, it's the games are all over. It's all been over. And I've had to sift through some energies in the last couple of days, right? And I sat there and I was like, you know what? I need to let people know this. I need to let them know. I need to prepare them. I need them to be able to feel safe in who they are. You know what I mean? You know, don't stand on the ledge. You know what I mean? Don't do that. And that's what I'm kind of here doing. Like, if anybody's on that ledge wanting to self-sabotage, explode and get angry, no, you're there. The finish line is right there. All you have to do is be. You don't have to put any energy into it. You don't have to. Just be who you are. Just know they'll be found out, and that's what I'm saying. Just put it in your head. If you haven't seen that movie, watch it. It's called Heat. Val Kilmer is at the storage unit, right? They're drilling through the lock. They can't rush them until the lock's busted, right? That means that intent's there. They're on that verge. If they bust that lock, that means that that copycat comes in, tries to protect you, pretend to be you, they're gonna get caught. You get what I'm saying? So yeah, just watch that movie and you'll notice, you'll be like, thank you. And I say this to you guys because I was there. There's been several times where I've gotten to that finish line, right before the finish line. I self-sabotaged, you know what I mean? I got tired of it. And this was before I found out what cycles were, before I found out what the patterns were and stuff, right? And I told myself, I'm not going to go back to doing that. I won't do that. I've worked too hard. I've worked too dang hard to allow anyone to get me out of my character, get me out of anything. I've worked too hard. And that's why I want you, because I know a lot of you work too hard, and it's gone on a long, long time. And you're like, when is this going to end? When is this going to end? It's ending very soon, but they're trying to get you out of your character, trying to get you to self-sabotage. Don't do it. You've worked too hard. Because if you do it, then you'll go down that rabbit hole of shame and guilt. You know what I mean? And then you don't want to prove them their lie. You don't want to prove their lie and give it any kind of validation. You don't want that. They're not worth it. We're talking a lot of people going up against you when you were just being good, happy, nice, loving, compassionate, forgiving. We're talking people who had it in their minds that they were going to take you down when you were nothing but love and light and true happiness. They hate everything you stand for because they can't go and do it on their own. These are the type of people who couldn't be in a room by themselves for 15 hours without going nuts, without being haunted. You get what I'm saying? They thrive on chaos. You have to be in some kind of chaotic moment. And they might even be thinking, oh, I'm being chaotic right now. No, I'm not. I'm being very focused and to the point. They want you to come off as like in some sort of chaos for any of their work to seep in. No, don't fall for it. You're not a fool. You deserve so much better than whatever they were trying to allow into your life. You deserve to put that to rest. Put their cycle and what their treacheries have done, put it to rest. Surrender it. Tell them, I'm not buying into your lie. This is who I am today, and this is the way I will always be. I'm not jaded. I'm not tormented. I am loved and adored by this universe. My Heavenly Father has pulled me out of snares and traps so many times that I shouldn't have to have Him do that every time. I learned from my mistakes. You learn from your mistakes. These people will not be your mistake anymore. You know what I mean? They are not your mistake. They are just very misguided. Do not love themselves, nor do they even know what love is. Unfortunately, guys, if they've gone this long, this hard, they don't know what love is. They don't love themselves, because if they loved themselves, they wouldn't be doing this. A lot of people are broken and they don't want to put it together. They rather go in their entire lives living in tragedy and deceptions rather than fixing the puzzle that lies within. And they'll realize the greatest gift, the greatest blessing they could ever have is a relationship with their inner child. And they don't want to do that. They don't. It's too hard. It's too hard. I'm saying this because that's what they've proven to be true. It's too hard. They don't want to look at themselves. And the thing is, that a lot of people who do this witchcraft, they have to have that energy. They have to be able to pull it out of their pocket and use that any moment. And the only way they can do that is by being that all the time. That's why they don't want to grow, because they lose their power. They lose their grip. And they have to control it. Get what I'm saying? They have to control it. If they ascended and they became, try to become like you, they'd lose all their power. They'd be a fish out of water. They wouldn't know what to do. So they don't try. Get what I'm saying? And that's why whatever changeling, shapeshifter, whatever they try sending in at you to pretend to be you, it won't stick. And this is the way you've been for a very long time. It's insanity to think that that would ever work. You get what I'm saying? They're insane to think that would ever work. But they have no other choice. They've had no other choice. All their other stuff has not worked, and they don't know why. And it's really degraded their masculinity, their ego, their pride. They feel really hurt, and they don't know how to deal with it, so they have to go even harder. And again, you didn't have to, all this, you didn't have to lower yourself to that level. You didn't have to track people, hack people's stuff, follow people, lie to other people about them, you know, any of that. You didn't have to. You just stayed who you are. And God loves you for that. The universe is just like, that's my boy. And they know it won't work. So feel safe in that, guys. That this is a very small moment that will not work. I hope this brings you hope, guidance, because I care about you. You get what I'm saying? I care about what happens to you. We've been through so much. We've been through so much. And I don't want people to keep having to go through all this over and over again when I can simply help you with some guidance, some info, some words of knowledge that I've worked really hard to accomplish. You know, I'm done allowing other people to be hurt nonsensically that didn't deserve it at all. I'm done with that. God's done with that. So just stay positive, stay on your path, and like I said, if you have to go hermit for a moment, do that. Because if they can't affect your state of being, then when they're out there running a fool, people will call them on it, and they'll know how evil they are. Because you're being stable, you're being balanced, you're being who you are. So don't fall for that. Just know that you have, just imagine this. If you're sitting here right now, just imagine a circle of people, like 50 people trying to throw energy, negative energy your way. And just be zen. Just be like, no, I'm good. No, this ain't me. No. You know what I mean? Just be in them. Just be, You deserve it. You deserve happiness. You deserve it. And if these people would just stop doing what they're doing and go on with their lives, they could find happiness. But the only happiness that they find is by hurting other people. Watching other people squirm and self-deprecate and loathe themselves. You know, that's where they feel happiness. And that's, you know what I mean? So anyways, it's kind of like this, you know, if nobody's ever seen the Mona Lisa, they walk up to it, they don't get, like, why does everybody love this? Why is this renowned? What, you get what I'm saying? That's kind of how they look at you. They can't figure you out. You get what I'm saying? They can't figure out. You're like the Mona Lisa to they're like, I'm going to say like ignorance, because that's technically what it is. If they don't know who you are and don't understand who you are and what you stand for, and that you're not to be just messed with, then, you know, it's ignorance. No other way around it. But anyways, guys, take care. God bless, and, you know, praise Jesus. So, you know, you make it this far. I appreciate you coming along, and I hope this helps you today. So please like, share, subscribe, you know, notify, you know, all that stuff. Because I'll be back again most likely with another one today. Okay? So just remember, if you find anything weird happening in your neighborhood, close to you, with your family, you know, stuff like that, just know that there might be a changeling out there trying to flip-flop with you. So stay your course, all right? Take care. Bye.